Hola, hello. My name is Janai Watson. Don't feel bad if you can't spell or pronounce it. I'll probably respond to any J name. Unless I don't like you, then I probably won't respond at all. But anywho, this is my free and easy application. This is my video where I'll proceed to brag about myself and why I think I would be a fantastic leader. It all started when I traveled with Free and Easy last year in Costa Rica. Well, actually, I guess it would all start here. The fact that my mom and my stepdad have been coming here since 2009. They started off with a timeshare and they absolutely just fell in love. This year, actually, they just signed property for their very own. It's actually that little condo right there in this beautiful little complex. They absolutely love it. So last year, when I decided to come, it was my first time coming to Central America. I'd been to Mexico, I'd done a couple other trips, but this is my first real trip. So because I knew I was going to be here for a while for my sister's wedding, I decided to make a real big trip out of it. Spend about a month here, and I had looked into doing some group travels, heard amazing things, always really kind of wanted to do it, and I've never been backpacking before, so I started doing my research. Saw a couple companies in the same time, but Boat Free and Easy just really stood out to me. So I booked it. While traveling last year, I was already beginning to think of the possibilities that I could do this more often or permanently or anything like that. I have a lot of service experience back home, so I first really thought about maybe working at a hostel or a bar. I've waitressed at really crazy, fun, busy bars and being shooter girls and beer tub girls, but I've also worked in very classy, upscale restaurants where I have to pretend to be a lady. I'm even a part-time liquor rep back home, so clearly I know how to party. Clearly I know my booze. Clearly I like to make sure everyone's having just as much fun as I'm having. I've even bartended special events, all those kind of things. So I was already starting to really envision me working abroad at some kind of hostel, bar, anything like that. I'm definitely the most happy when I'm near water, I'm in the sun, I'm dancing, as some of you might remember from anytime meeting me that I'm always dancing. I love music and being around people and making people have fun and happy. What made me also consider this is I have a freelance company back home. I'm a freelance graphic designer, so really I could do my job anywhere as long as I have Wi-Fi and my laptop. So I was starting to really think of the possibilities, and I could really continue my job from anywhere, and I could combine all my loves in one place. However, a new idea presented itself. Well, my leader on my first Free and Easy trip, Josh Fink, had kind of planted the seed. He snuck me aside and mentioned that he thought I'd be a good leader. And I kind of shrugged it off and laughed it off, thinking like they probably tell everybody to apply, they tell everyone, whatever. But when he mentioned it a second time, I decided to do a little bit more research and discussed it with other people in our group. The first thing I found out was that no one else had really been asked. No one had been mentioned to it. No one really had been like pulled aside and asked. Secondly, I found out that everyone agreed with Josh. They thought I would be awesome and amazing at it. I was blown away. I didn't think I'd be that fantastic. I was shocked, but never really considered it. But now that I did, and I've thought about it hard over the past year, that was January of 2017. I thought about it pretty hard over last year, and I'm pretty convinced I would love absolutely every minute of it. I think I'd be really good at it.
I made so many amazing lifelong friends on my tour last year, many of which I visited and kept in contact with since. I've now since bused from my mom's condo in Cocoa Beach to San Juan del Sur to see my buddy Tanner and Brent open up their hostel and help out in any way I could. Uh, I'm beyond ecstatic to be here. I got to see Josh and Karina, my tour leaders, again. I got to meet a bunch of other people from Free and Easy. Of course, I got to see John again, who's back, lives in the same city with me back home. We've even shared a couple shots of Honey Jack together back in Saskatoon. Since I've been here, I've made so many more amazing friendships. I've made so many good memories. I've lifelong friends that I'll continue to see forever and ever. There are some things I do lack for being a leader, though, I will admit. I'm trying to learn Spanish. I'll take lessons back home. I'll do anything. I'm not doing well right now, but it's something I've always wanted to learn another language, so that's probably the only downside. Kind of even excited to learn another language. As I mentioned, I haven't traveled too much in my life. sacrificing many of my businesses and all my jobs back home instead of traveling the world, but now I want to switch that. What I lack in experience, I make up for 10 times with my personality. It's loud, it's fun. I love to dance. I just know I would be good at this. I guess let's talk a little bit more about my life back home and why I think I'd be amazing. But for now, I'm leaving San Juan soon. So I miss you guys already. Bye.
I currently own my own business right here in Saskatoon, so I definitely have passion, discipline, creativity, and an amazing work ethic that involve a lot of leadership qualities. I also have an extremely active social life. Like I mentioned, I work many serving jobs and have a pretty big network of friends and family. Dancing, laughing, joking, partying, and being surrounded by as many friends and people as possible are some of my favorite things in life. I can also put my head down and work my ass off, working up to 3 jobs at any given time back home. I'm also very, very active and I love being outside. To add to my already intense workload, I also organize and manage all of my rec sports back home, like slow pitch and beach volleyball. These also really help with my management skills and dealing with a variety of people. These all are things that I absolutely love. I also love the water and the sun, and I hate being in the cold. I question all the time why I live in Saskatchewan, the coldest place in Canada. However, whenever I ask everyone why they think I'd be a good leader, no one really talks about those boring words I just all used that you see on any resume for any boring old job. They talk of my smile and my laugh, how I'm always dancing, how I want everyone to be having fun or as just as much fun as I am. Could also be chill and laid back and have a heart-to-heart if that's what they need. I can try and be whatever someone needs in any given moment. I got to know everyone on our tour group on a real personal level, very easily and very quickly. I'm easygoing, I'm fun-loving, I have a really big heart, sometimes gets me into trouble. I also have a wicked sense of humor. I can usually make any type of person blush if you ever hear or talk about my Offside Sundays. But you know what? I'm really, really done awkwardly sitting here bragging about myself. So I'm just going to show you guys a montage of my greatest hits.
You want to be best friends or what? She said I fucking laugh every time. Back off. Did we just become best friends? We just became best fucking friends.
Guess what, everybody? I'm hanging out with the coolest girl in Nicaragua right now, so you better please stop and come on and get our drink.
I really hope you guys consider me. If you've ever just had a job that you absolutely know you would kill it and it's just perfect for you in every way, this is it. And I know probably all of you guys felt the same way. But anyways, now I'm done with my video. But first, here's a word from our sponsor.
This video is approved by all Central America leaders everywhere. If you don't hire this girl, you're a fucking goofball. Just kidding, Cat and Chad, I love you. Bye.